It might be that time. Yes, it might be the time where we finally finish the Friday convention program. Yes, we are embarking again on, you know what it is, Wally's Convention Crusade, and we are going to try and do a little bit of speed running. So I think we have about an hour and like 15 minutes left in the actual timeline. So hopefully I can condense that down with my commentary to 45 minutes. So it will be a challenge, but thank you for sticking around. I hope you guys are enjoying this series, and if you are, don't forget to drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's do this thing. Oh, I forgot to get ZZ's blanket. That could be a problem.
Please listen now to Brother David Splane, a member of the governing body, as he considers the next talk of this symposium, Follow the Roadmap to Family Peace, Work as a Team.
That's why Jesus used the expression we find at Matthew 19 and verse 6. Let's read this from the Bible. Matthew 19, I'll give you a moment.
This was one of my least favorite things that brothers would do when they said, "Oh, look, I'm already here, but I'll give you a moment." It's so condescending, so he's off to a real good start here. Sorry if I'm really like sniffly and kind of nasally. My allergies are absolutely horrific. I just got done sneezing, and I am not joking, for 35 minutes straight. It is, it's absolute hell. So anyway, if I sound a little weird, I mean weirder than normal, that's why.
For a long time, a sister raised her 2 children as a single parent, and she did a great job of it. Then she married a very kind brother. The family has a new head. Let's see how well the sister is adapting to her new role.
Surely he's not talking about Irene. She did a good job raising them. Yes, the governing body literally just think that the solution to all parental issues is whipping out the old Bible, reading your kids some scriptures, and making them nod along with you. It is so dumb. It is a monumental failure on the part of parents that are going to use this tactic, and I can guarantee that it won't work. This will not be effective because it's not relatable. It's like, okay, I know you're feeling bad about being bullied at school, but notice what it says here in the Epic of Gilgamesh. I mean, I am someone that likes old books too, and so I get that, but it's not like they're even reading any sage wisdom. It's like, oh, well, this one old bald guy had a miracle happen to him, so, I mean, God won't do a miracle for you, but, you know, it's still pretty cool, right?
The last few weeks of family worship have been nice, right?
Yeah. All these things we ask and pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, this week.
We are in chapter 5.
Yeah, that's right. And last week Gabe read, so this week.
It's Sue's turn.
That's right. It's Sue's turn.
Oh, yes. I am excited about this one. This is great. So I actually recorded a video in between some of these convention ones. I don't know when I'll actually release it, but it's about women in the Bible and women in the Watchtower. And I personally think it's one of like my top 5 videos I've ever made. So keep on the lookout for that. But anyway, I love how this guy just goes like full like shame mode. Like, oh, yeah, it's his turn. It's like, why is this a problem to him? What is the big deal if she's actually just saying exactly what he said? And he's just like, yeah, it's Zeus. Like, he has to repeat it because he's the head of the household. And he feels all of his power slipping away. I think this guy probably drives a big truck just in order to, you know, overcompensate for a few things going on here. But just to be serious, though, how Watchtower portrays this is truly disturbing. Women are equally capable of educating. it's like we're humans and we all have this ability to educate. And the fact that they make this, they spend time, money, resources, and try and get Jehovah's Witnesses to see just how bad and problematic it is when a woman speaks up and says exactly the same words that the man was about to say.
You know, scientists say that the cranial capacity of a woman is 10% smaller than that of a man. So now this shows that she's just not equipped for the role of headship.
Now, I know in a certain sense, like maybe she was interrupting him, so that could be a little bit rude, but she's also used to, you know, doing this on her own, so it takes a while for everyone to blend together. But then the funny thing is she does have a baptized son. Now, under Watchtower's rules, he is going to be the one, because he's obviously of age, that would have been taking the lead in the family worship anyway. So she should have already been used to this per Watchtower's rules. These videos make me laugh so hard because they don't even know what their own rules are. And this has to be like just the wettest of all farts from Watchtower that we've ever seen.
Okay, the point here is that when it comes...
Honey, maybe an illustration would be better.
Okay.
It's like a bird.
Well, hopefully I was able to clear that up for you a little bit, Olivia.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, actually, Max, that's not true. We had an updated understanding in the recent Watchtower.
Thanks.
He just says, thanks. Like, isn't New Light important to them anymore? Maybe when well, actually, if we think about it, I think they did produce an article that even directly addressed this, that if a woman is to disagree with someone, she shouldn't disagree in public. She should just wait and then get it clarified later. So even if she's right, even if she is giving the latest and greatest from Papa Watchtower, the man, she's just supposed to shut her mouth, and the man's supposed to be the one that's like, oh, sorry, kids, I got this wrong. She can't call him out.
I think they went really well. Right?
Actually...
Hey.
Maybe we can talk about it later.
Okay.
So yes, let's just talk about it later, not in front of the kids. Wait until the appropriate time. Usually whenever the person giving the talk gives the summary of what we just watched, I just kind of cut that out because we all have eyes. But I am kind of keen to see what David Splane has to say about this situation, because I'm sure it will be full of all sorts of misogynistic nonsense.
The sister isn't a bad person, but we can ask, what's she teaching her daughter about the wife's role in the family? And what's her son learning about taking the lead as the man of the house? He hasn't had a man in his life for a long time. Now there is one. It's safe to say that the kids will stand a better chance of having a successful marriage themselves when they see their parents pulling together.
I think what he meant to say was, how are you setting the example for women to be suppressed and for men to sit there on high with their big old crowns like, ah? It's so weird. Like, the example isn't of demonstrating how to work together. Working together would be like both of them sharing their experiences, sharing their points, sharing their ideas, you know, trying to expound upon the word of God or whatever it might be. And if that's what you want to do with your time, then okay, whatever, that's fine. I don't care. But when it's in this way of, oh, well, why would a woman, she's not learning her role. Can you believe this, guy? She's going to teach her daughter that she can speak up that she can actually teach someone something about the Bible. Oh no, what are we gonna do? We can't have women running out there independent, thinking for themselves. We need to keep them at home in the kitchen and making food and having babies. That's their job. I just find all of this so monumentally irritating. I'm someone that just genuinely believes like people are people are people are people. And yeah, we might have some physical differences, but as far as like mental capacity, that's just not a thing. Oh, lordy, lordy, let's see where this goes.
A little later, we'll see how the husband handles the situation. And we brothers are going to want to pay attention. This is a classic.
No, you are very wrong, David. Explain. Plutarch's Lives. This is a classic. Like, you bozo. He is so proud of his little joke here, too. He's just like, this is a classic. Oh, my God. Yeah, I think that this will just come to the point where they're just like, okay, man, you need to pay attention, because if women are starting to speak out, you need to get them in order. Oh my God, this is so bad. I didn't know we were going to take a hard right at misogynistic avenue, but here we are. It's 2022, and apparently women aren't valid, so wow.
Family life is more pleasant when Dad, Mom, and the kids work together as a team. The family head is the captain. He needs to make sure that everyone knows what goals the family is working toward and how each one can contribute toward achieving those goals. When it's your family's turn to help clean the Kingdom Hall, or a convention venue, for example, don't leave the kids at home. They're part of the team. Don't go there with half the team. Let them experience the joy that comes from serving others. Let them work along with you. If you're assigned to clean the restrooms, don't complain about it. A very fine example. Your children will learn that when there's work to be done, we just do it. We aren't picky about what we will and will not do.
Wow, so much to say here. So first off, I have always found it annoying when they do the goals speech. So when you make a goal or a personal goal, you sit down like, yeah, this is what I'd like to accomplish. This is what I'd like to learn. This is what I would like to do. I think I even did a whole skit about that. And like I was envisioning doing fun things that I enjoyed and then replacing it with, oh, no, I need to work on Auxiliary Pioneer.
Do your personal decisions matter? Yes. Look at verse 12. So then, each of us will render an account for himself to God. Yes, we all will have to answer to Jehovah for the decisions we make today. May we all decide to play it safe before our God.
And it's really sad because you're just living a stunted life. You can't fully become the person that you have the potential to be if Watchtower is the one setting the goals. And they just run it through like the chain of command. So it starts at the governing body, and then it trickles all the way down onto the family scenario. And the dad is the one that's supposed to be setting the goals, as he explicitly said at the beginning of this clip. And then there's this whole weird thing about, we don't complain, we just do it. I would like to know how often he gets assigned to clean the bathrooms at his local congregation. I would like to know how many toilets he cleans at the assemblies that he attends, because from what I've seen, and I've met David Splane at an assembly and in a convention, and he just stood around with a line of people, at least 50 people long. They were queued up, all ready to just shake his hand and have a quick conversation with him. He wasn't on the list. He wasn't on the volunteer list to go and vacuum and clean the bathrooms. So if you're talking about leading by example, shut the fuck up, David. You're not leading by example. You're just absolutely not. Wow, that got wildly aggressive.
And we don't feel that some jobs are beneath us. Now, this is in line with Paul's counsel, found at Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4.
How does he say we when he means you? We don't think that some jobs are beneath us. I mean, they're nothing that I would ever do, but we, as in you, shouldn't think that.
Let's look that up. It's good exercise.
That's not funny!
Oh my God, this guy is so full of himself.
When there's work to be done, someone has to do it. Do I think that I'm so special that someone else has to look after it? Some families volunteer to help with Kingdom Hall maintenance. When the kids are old enough, they can work on other projects like working on an assembly hall. They have a ball. The friendships that you and your young people will forge can last a lifetime.
How disingenuous to say this. Do I think that I'm so special that I'm above it? When he literally demonstrates by his actions and his lifestyle that he is. I mean, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I don't really know. Maybe at his weekly meetings, he's in there, you know, swabbing the urinals and taking out the trash. Who knows? But I would find that so hard to believe. And if he was, I imagine there would be a flock of people all rushing. Oh, no, don't worry about that, Brother Splain. I got this. I got this. You don't have to do that. So the only reason he would do that would be to like take a picture of him. He would take a selfie and then they would put it in a broadcasting like, hey, look, governing body members also help clean the Kingdom Hall and you can too. But it would be the one time out of the year and they would only use it for propaganda.
And what's one of the most annoying traits an employee can have? Ask any boss. When the worker is asked to do something, he replies, "That's not my job." Teach your child that anything that needs to be done is his job if he's old enough and capable of doing it.
Classic example of do as I say and not as I do. Hey, teach those little peons beneath you that they need to put in the work. That way you can just be like me and take it easy and not have to really worry about all of that good stuff. I wonder when the last time David did his own laundry. I wonder when the last time that he washed his own dishes after a meal. I wonder when the last time was that he cut his own hair, mowed his own grass, cleaned his own window, did his own bed, changed out his own bed sheets, polished his own shoes. I wonder when the last time he did any of that was. So those are like normal house stuff, right? I imagine someone comes in and even cleans his desk at his little workstation at Bethel. I wonder, I would like to actually know if there's anyone out there that's been a Bethelite that worked in the cleaning department or, you know, had any close association. I really want to know what on a day-to-day level does this guy do? Because they call themselves what? The Bethel family. So by their own admission, they are a Bethel family. And he says that each member of the family, if they're able and capable and old enough to handle it, should be doing what they reasonably can. So I would like to know if he is following his own advice, because I am calling I'm throwing the yellow flag and we are calling a penalty on this one. You know, I am pretty confident that this guy does jack shit for helping the Bethel family. But his matters are only spiritual, so I guess he gets a free pass.
How early should parents start to assign chores to their children? Some experts
Why are you the way that you are?
have found that children who are 3 years old or even younger can be taught to help out. They can learn to pick up their toys, clean up spills, sort laundry. Older children can vacuum, wash the car, prepare a meal. I'm happy to say that many young brothers here at Bethel are excellent cooks, which is often the result of fine parental training.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
When he said washing the car actually brought back a memory, one of the assignments whenever we were organizing a group to go and take care of the yard maintenance at the assembly hall was to wash the circuit overseer's car. It was always on the list of things to do. So they hand you a list. Okay, here's all the things. Rhododendrons need to be trimmed. You got to go whack the weeds by the side of the road. So you got to get the high-vis jackets and the traffic cones out. You got to go take some gravel and, you know, put some gravel down on this path. But one thing that was always on the list was washing the circuit overseer's car. So if that is on a circuit level, do you really think that David Splane is out there washing his own car?
Do you remember the video where Caleb is taught to clean his room and put away his toys? That video was a game changer for many children. They want to be just like Caleb. And now, when you enter their room, you can find the bed.
Trust in me.
I have been working pretty hard doing these convention videos and not sleeping all that much. I think I'm up to like maybe 5 hours in the last 72 hours. And maybe I'm just going delirious at this point. Maybe I've consumed too much convention material.
Yes.
But isn't this sound really creepy? You want to be just like Caleb, don't you? Oh, yes, you want to be just like Caleb, you little Jehovah's Witness boy. It's so weird. And his little creepy smiles that he does. Now you can find the bed. Yeah, you want to be just like Caleb. Do you want to buy some death sticks? Oh my God, this talk is wild.
When problems arise, attack the problem, not each other. It's not how can I win, but how can we win? You'll see an excellent example of that in the follow-up video. Let's watch.
I wish they would apply this exact same principle to apostates. I wish they would actually attack or address the issues, the points that we raise, the problems that we point out within the Watchtower doctrine, within the Watchtower policy, how that negatively affects human beings and how it's not consistent with things in the Bible or consistent with what we understand about logic or science or history. But no, they don't really do that. They just say, well, you're satanic and you're mentally diseased and you're just, you know, speaking for Satan, and we don't have to listen to you guys.
Hey, want some tea?
Sure. Oh. Hey, babe. You and me. We're a team, right?
Yeah, of course.
When I read this, I thought about us.
So that they are no longer two, but one flesh.
Which obviously means you need to shut the hell up when I'm talking. That's what it means to be one flesh. We're no longer two, we're one flesh. So you need to be quiet and listen to me. I actually wonder what he's gonna say here.
I know before you had to shoulder everything yourself for so long. Mm-hmm. And you did great. You've been raising two beautiful, spiritual kids on your own. But now you have me.
Yeah, I do. So, do you think sometimes we're not a team?
Well, it's just sometimes during family worship.
I get excited and I jump in, I know. I'm just so used to doing it after all these years.
I know you're not trying to take over. And listen, I love the way you teach. I see how you can reach the kids in ways that I can't. Just let me guide it. And I'll make sure you can do that.
Thanks, honey. Thanks for your patience.
No, thank you for your patience. I'm a work in progress, but we make a great team. Why don't we look at what we're going to cover before our next family worship?
That sounds great.
So even after acknowledging that, hey, your method of teaching is effective, you are reaching the hearts of the children, but just let me guide it. Why? Because I have a penis. Yes, it is penis privilege at its maximum effect here. He's like, and I'll let you do your part. I'll allow it, but you need to make sure that I have my way, God damn it. I got that penis privilege. And I know, like, they have the soft music and it's all light, but if you say something really misogynistic and horrible and illogical in a really nice and soft way with tender music and a smile on your face, you're still a fucking asshole.
Wasn't that a fine example of how to attack a problem?
No.
Sometime soon, you might want to consider these questions. In what aspects of our marriage do we work well as a team? And then, how can we improve? It pleases Jehovah when family members work together as a team.
This whole idea of oh yes, it's worked so well whenever we're working together, absolutely falls flat on its face when it's like, we're not working as a team because we have our team captain and he's an insufferable asshole. This guy seems like, okay, whatever, he's nice enough, but he's still using these barbaric and archaic principles to guide how the team is flowing. And he wasn't voted team captain. He wasn't given the position because he was the best player out there. He didn't earn the respect of his teammates. No, he was born with a penis. Therefore, he's automatically the team captain.
The last landmark we'll consider in this symposium is worshiping together as a family. Worshiping together as a family promotes peace and brings His blessing. Even if not all in your family are worshipers of Jehovah, you can promote peace by maintaining a very good spiritual routine. In the following dramatization, notice some common obstacles to worshiping Jehovah as a family.
Oh yes, we are finally at the end of the road of this symposium, and what a journey it's been. So let's see what some of the concluding comments and dramatizations have to impart their beautiful wisdom onto our brains.
Hi.
Hey, babe.
So, what's for family worship this week?
Well, it sounds like we have some more exciting music playing, and that means we might need to be making a few more edits and cuts, therefore not getting copyright stricken by YouTube. So we'll just have a few little extra cuts in here, just for fun. I'll just come in and say in between things. So if it seems random and weird, it is, but you know, it's how we're getting around the potential danger here. So let's do this thing.
I think I got some good ideas.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for reading that. Let's just go ahead and ask the question. We'll just do that. So paragraphs 13 and 14, how can we be generous?
So after counseling his wife, oh, you know, you gotta let me take the lead. He's like, hey, I got some good ideas. Let's just ask the question. It is okay.
Anybody? Now
anyone?
The footnote that we just read really helps us to appreciate the definition of that quality. Without the definition, we're left to wonder exactly what it is and how it connects to the other things that we've discussed this evening.
Boring.
Gabe, can you go ahead and read the next one for us? Thank you.
Wish you wouldn't look at me like that, Napoleon.
I wish you'd get out of my life and shut up.
The Bible contains many examples of submissive individuals.
So are there examples? So,
Yeah?
that's right. When we talk about examples, where do we start? There's examples in the past. There's even examples presently, and we could even be examples. That's the power of them.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Let's keep going.
This guy is not having a very good time, which makes the fact that he was the one, oh, I'm going to take the lead in our family worship. I'm the spiritual head here. I have the penis power, so I get to decide what's going on here. And he is an absolute, like, a jack-in-a-box taco. Just, like, absolutely, completely useless, and you wonder, why does this thing exist? I guess if anyone out there likes jack-in-a-box tacos, then we'll stop. Anyway, it's just so funny, like, all of these reactions that they're having, but I like that they have something that does feel realistic. This is what would be going through the mind of someone sitting there like, wow, we're out to talk about the Bible again. And when they were holding the mom on high and, oh, you were so good at teaching, how about an illustration? It's like a bird. You can fly off into the heavens and pretend like there's no problems in the world.
That was a lot of reading.
I know, right? I want to enjoy family worship, but I feel like the things that we are covering are just really not what I need right now.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't know if this is what they need right now.
We'll keep working on it.
Yes, really demonstrating the teamwork here. Hey, just keep working on it. I know I had all those good ideas, but you told me to shut my mouth and let you take the lead. So how's that working out for you there, big guy? Big man out there. Yeah, you wanted to take over family worship. Oh, yeah. You're just a pathetic loser. I wish you would have, like, actually gone all in on him. That would have been pretty funny.
I think we'd all agree that family worship was difficult to watch. It was uncomfortable for everyone. Clearly, Max and Irene had some obstacles they needed to overcome to really worshiping Jehovah as a family.
No, you bozo. Stupid Watchtower rules inhibited them from having fun because the mom had good ideas and Max didn't. He didn't have any good ideas, and he was like, I think I got some good ideas. And they were all trash. So no, it's Watchtower rules that made it difficult because you have to have that penis privilege always ubiquitously running throughout your organization instead of just acknowledging the fact that the mom, Irene, was doing a better job.
Let's consider 5 ways we can worship together Jehovah as a family.
5 ways how we can worship Jehovah as a family. Cue some music and start the speed run.
1. Prayer. 2. Discuss the daily text. 3. Attending meetings. 4. Share in the ministry regularly as a family. And 5. Have a consistent, enjoyable, and meaningful family worship program. Now, as you watch the following dramatization, notice how Max and Irene and the family work together to make family worship successful.
And who could have ever predicted that the 5 points would be prayer, service, meeting, study, family worship? Whoa, really imparting some new light on us on that one. No matter what the problem is in Jehovah Witness land. Did I say Jehovah Witness land? I did. Huh, well, we're going to run with it. But no matter what the problem is in Jehovah Witness land, the solution's always the same. Hi, you are feeling depressed and suicidal? I got the answer for you. Prayer, study, service, meetings, family worship. Oh man, you lost your job, going through some financial difficulties. Hey, guess what? Prayer, study, meeting, service, and family worship. Oh no, you lost someone you dearly care about in death. hey, it's fine because you have prayers meeting, family worship, and study and the service. I can't remember. But it's always the same solution. For like the last 100 years, they haven't said anything new. They never give you new advice. It's always the same exact thing. And the worst part is, it doesn't work. So why do they keep saying it?
March 15th, 2014, Watchtower. Family worship, can you make it more enjoyable? The worship of Jehovah should not be boring. Address the needs of each family member. Babe, what do our kids need? What's actually going on in their lives? Family worship needs to include that.
Maybe we need to pay more attention to what's going on with them. Talk to them, listen to them.
I'm going to send you a link to a great Watchtower article.
I can't wait to read it.
Wally from the future here, and something I just realized when I was editing this is how absurd it is that he's like, oh, I'll send you a link to this article, when he was literally sitting basically in the same room as her as she's getting their tea, and he's reading it to himself. Why didn't he just read it out loud so they could both get the information together? It's very absurd. I swear they don't even remember what they recorded in their own videos. They sound like me, to be quite honest, but I'm just a guy with a camera and a microphone, and they're having like these multi-million-dollar projects that they're working on. But it's like, she already had it figured out, and then you took over it. It was terrible. And then she's like, maybe we should try and really listen to them. Is this just like trying to show Jehovah's Witness women that, hey, we know that you were right, but just allow this bumbling fool to stuff things for a while, completely make it boring and miserable for people for weeks, if not months. Keep silent. You just bite your tongue because we don't want you interfering with the chain of command. I think that is the real message that is coming through here. And what is her job? To support him and bring him tea.
Max and I changed our approach.
We found out what mattered to our kids. Like friends.
Adjusting to a blended family.
Dating.
Of course, the Jehovah's Witness dad is going to absolutely shit his pants as soon as his daughter like mentions, so there's a boy that I kind of like, and he just like drops a glass and is like, oh no, what's gonna happen? I never foresaw this coming. I just thought she was gonna stay a child forever. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Have you not observed every single human being that's ever been born? They grow up. It's what happens. It's not like a big shocking revelation. You've had years to anticipate this. Why are you dropping glasses now? You're a shitty parent if you haven't actually like thought about these things and like gotten mentally prepared for it and actually figured out like what your game plan and how you're going to tackle these sensitive and deep issues are going to be for them, so that way you can be the adult. Because at the end of the day, you are the adult. They are the child. So be the freaking adult and don't be shitting the bed and dropping glasses. Oh my God, it's so funny because anything involving like dating and Jehovah's Witnesses is just always going to be an absolute clusterfuck.
So we turned things around and used family worship to focus on what our kids really needed.
Whoa, 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 slow down there. That looked like a woman giving a presentation to a man. I smell some big problems here, but I remember at the very outset, I think it was the very first video of this entire series, I mentioned that all of her artwork that they've shown in the house, and it's been consistent, I just haven't been pointing it out, but anytime you go into their room and you see like drawings and pictures, it's always like guys with beards, and almost like she's storyboarding dramas. So maybe that'll be the end of this, as she becomes a storyboard artist at Bethel or something like that. I don't know. We'll see where it all goes. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting how she's like, oh, I sketched out an entire drama. Very cool.
And to prepare ourselves for possible future trials.
Get a little role play action here. We got the old gavel out, and he is being brought before the courts, no doubt, trying to work out how he's going to maintain his faith and integrity to Watchtower, even if he is about to be thrown in jail. And everyone's just like clapping along like, bravo, bravo, bellissimo. It's so silly how they're like, okay, we got to really practice this. And then everyone's got a big old smile like, yeah, you're going to jail. Woohoo.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Family worship was cool.
It was.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you.
Good night, y'all.
Night.
Good night.
Hey, guess what?
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 I applied to Bethel.
You did?
Yep.
That's really exciting. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
We've always had some little motif going on with her listening to music and putting in her earbuds. It is very weird, but woohoo, the sun goes off to Bethel. We get some selfies. We pack them up, spank them on the bottom, and ship them off to go work for free for Watchtower for the foreseeable future, so he can waste the best years of his life making poorly translated Bibles or making really stupid videos like the one we're seeing here. So that is the grand climax. I hope there's a little bit more to the saga. I was hoping for maybe like a big twist or turn and, you know, really razzle dazzle, but so far we're not really getting that. But maybe let's hold a little bit of hope, because we still got a couple days left of this convention. Maybe we're going to get some more action. So let's see.
Remember, your family will often remember more about how they felt during family worship than maybe the exact details of what they learned.
And this pretty much sums up what it means to be a Jehovah's Witness. Just remember how you feel and don't think too hard about anything. I think we got the message very loud and clear. Well, I thought this would be the last portion, but I think because David Splane was, his talk was a little bit more interesting, and I did take a little peek-see ahead, and it looks like we're going to be getting a talk from one of our favorite governing body members out there. So I think we'll cut it off here, and as always, I will see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. I hope you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to help support the channel, help it grow, keep the lights on, all that good stuff, there is a Patreon. We will be uploading some videos there. I have like a backlog of some videos, so I think I'm just going to do like a dump, as it were, because I have like, before the convention, I think there was like maybe 10 or 12 videos I had in the queue, but some of them are... anyway, you guys get how it goes. So I'm going to be uploading all of those to Patreon here in the next couple days. But anyway, thank you guys for all of your support. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.